makes all these strange noises. I have no idea what they mean.
Huh, I can see you better too.
Banter. Do we have banter? Oh, wow, how I missed my co-host. Oh, it was horrible.
Sorry for abandoning you, Dave.
It was not easy.
I'm sure. I can just imagine trying to keep track of all that.
It's not easy when it's both of us.
Yeah.
There's a lot to track.
Indeed.
And we do it quite seamlessly. I mean, you seem to kind of know the things I'm not doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to work pretty well that way.
It's going to be a little odd with me doing the presentation and the mastermind.
Yeah, any idea of what you want to have people mastermind or?
Yeah, I actually might change the format a little bit today.
Cool. Bethanne's like, oh crap, I've got a call at 2:15. She's got all these people joining her thing too. So she's like, can I come in for 15 minutes? I'm like, yeah, sure.
You mean joining her company?
Yeah. Yeah, there's been all kinds of people joining up for her services. So
that's awesome. How's it going there, Stefan? Digital laryngitis.
Hi.
I love it.
I wonder how many illnesses we could come up that would be digital laryngitis. There's got to be some other, digital paralysis, digital blindness.
Digital blindness.
Yeah, that's
paralysis. Paralysis is when you're watching the video and then it goes.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got the blindness, which is what I had last week. It was so weird not being able to see everybody. And I'm like, who all's in here? How many are there? I can't see my Brady Bunch screen. I don't know what's going on. Stefan, can you hear us, love? Well, you're pretty anyway.
Hello.
Right. Oh, hi there. I'm glad we get to hear you. I was like,
I was jumping on my phone just because the audio is a little bit better.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, well, at least he's pretty because, we can't hear him. So,
so I just thought I'd on and watch everyone.
Oh, okay. Creepy.
I'm dying to know how business has been for you because everybody I talk to say that business has just been booming the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, business has actually been really well. Obviously, I mean, we could always try to strive and get better and expand. But yeah, it's been going good. I mean, I think with in our line of business with services, sometimes during tax time it takes a little bit of a dive, but it's actually been pretty good. It's been consistent. So we really pick up quite a bit more after tax season just because, a lot of people are busy with that, but it's been well.
It's
you want for more paperwork when you're doing taxes, right?
Right.
Yep, exactly.
I know the stock market's been up since the election, and who knows, maybe that's carrying the small business owners along, or maybe there's just general optimism. But it seems like there's been a real upswing since the election.
Yeah, no, I think it's been really good. I think it's been a good thing for sure. I mean, the stock market's helped, I think, with small businesses, and I mean, all businesses in general, I think have a pretty positive outlook on where we're going. So hopefully it all stays the same.
And what state are you calling in from?
I'm actually in Utah.
Utah,
Pretty
all
close
right.
to you guys.
Cool.
Not far.
Well, you're definitely going to want to be here next week because we have a sales professional who's going to be speaking, and we're going to be able to ask him questions. He's gotten over 1 million views on his YouTube video, or maybe it's 500,000, but it's a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Awesome. I think I remember seeing you post something about that.
Yep.
He's like,
just communicated with him today. He's still planning to come, so pretty excited about that.
Awesome. How about you guys? You guys been doing well at AllProWebTools?
Oh yeah, last 2 weeks, just unbelievable signups. I think we've quadrupled our average signups in the last 2 weeks.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yep, we're liking it.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Gotta love that.
Dr. Tim is out making house calls. He said he'll join in from the truck as soon as he's done with this last person.
Sweet. It's so funny. We always have one mobile person every
time. We've got somebody that's like, either, well, I like it when they join in, but they're actually holding still, but they're fine. You get those people that join in from their car, and you get the like underside of their neck. They're like driving and looking around. It's kind of an interesting perspective. You get to see people on such a strange level. Because, never in my life will I walk up to somebody and just stare at the bottom of their neck or up their nose. But somehow when they're like doing the phone thing, they have a tendency to put the camera at the oddest places.
Yeah, it's hard to control that.
It's like I'm actually speaking to you, so that's always a plus.
Yeah.
But cool stuff.
Awesome. Who do we have presenting today?
Actually, Dave's going to talk to us today.
Nice. Good to learn more about you guys' business.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
We're releasing a new version, kind of in the midst of doing that right now. So some of our customers are using it, and some of our customers are still on the older version. So
awesome.
Talking about some of the new features.
Yeah, we're doing releases almost once a month now, aren't we? Or is it 2 months still? It just feels fast.
Yeah, it feels fast because you get to see each new feature as it gets released.
Right.
So everybody else gets to see like a whole bunch of them all at once.
That's awesome.
It's so funny.
We have I don't know if Chantel mentioned, but we have a mutual client. That's kind of how I got connected with all this, and he loves it. I mean, and I jumped on your guys' website and looked, and it looks like some great stuff.
Yeah, which client do we have in common? I don't know if we actually discussed that. Or are you allowed to say?
It's Surround Air.
Oh,
okay.
Like air purification. They're here in Utah as well.
He's got a beautiful website.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy, Casey over there. So we actually, it was great. I mean, we on the payment side of things, we saved him, almost $800 a month. It was crazy. It was a huge,
that's cool,
huge amount of savings for him. So
bet he's loving you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but we do that stuff on the regular. So that's what we try to do is, change the face of the payments industry. It definitely has not the best reputation, but if you deal with somebody with integrity and that's fair, you could definitely get a great deal.
Do you only deal with credit cards, or do you do ACH and other forms of payment as well?
Yeah, we do everything. So ACH, we also do some Bitcoin stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're kind of in the mix of everything payments.
How is Bitcoin doing as far as adoption?
I think it's really slow. It's definitely not what I think they originally projected.
Right.
And parts of that is that on the payment side of things, not everyone's adopting it to actually be able to accept those forms of payment. So there's few. I mean, so we don't deal a ton in the Bitcoin stuff just because it's a smaller piece of the business, and not everyone's adopted it or even wants to use it, and it's kind of one of those foreign things that people are like, oh, I better, I don't know much about this, I'm just going to stay away.
Right.
So, but we want to give, our clients the ability to take any kinds of forms of payments. So
What kind of fees are involved in accepting Bitcoin payments?
Hi, Jill.
Is there a fee from you as a processor, and then there's another fee from someone else? How does the fee structure work?
So the fee structure is similar to just regular merchant services. You have the main fees from almost like the cost essentially from the Bitcoin providers, and then you also have the processing charges, but it's a lot less expensive than the traditional, merchant services route. I mean, they save, they save a little bit of money going that route.
Yeah, I've been considering integrating that into our commerce solution. So I haven't really had any requests for it other than Tim Washburn, but he's not in the meeting yet. He did a lot of, he created a bunch of miners, and he had all these computers running mining coins. He's really into it.
Oh, awesome. That's way cool. Yeah,
how's everybody else?
Stuff.
Hey there, Steve.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Jill, back from the big event.
Yes.
Yeah, how'd it go?
I can see your team from being in California.
Yeah, right. It was 60 degrees and rainy the whole time.
Oh.
It was colder there than it was here. It was good enough that I already bought my ticket for next year.
All right.
That gives you an idea. It's if you are not the kind of person, which I'm not, to read periodicals every day, every week on what's happening in the social world, it is worth every dime to go drink out of a fire hose for 3 days, get totally up to speed on what's working, what's not, and then they do a similar thing in the fall that's online. And so those two things keep me from having to read hours and hours and hours of stuff. Matter of fact, I laughed because Rex, my husband, who you guys don't know, but Dave does, emailed me an article and said, look at what's going on. And I was like, I know, I learned that last week. I don't need to read this stuff.
Nice.
So, because he's the read the periodicals and I'm the drink from the fire hose, learn it all. And I'll learn again next November.
Sounds like somebody who has a lot of information to dispel and possibly a presentation.
Oh, you want me to do a presentation on it?
On that, I think that would be very beneficial.
Sure,
Yeah.
I can do a presentation on it.
Cool. Steve, looks like you're recovering from being in bed for a week.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I will say I did a lot of design work because I was just stuck on the couch with a laptop just designing. So, that part worked, but I didn't do anything else.
Too, because man, I was out for like 2 weeks. It's good to actually see everybody, by the way, this time.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better? Because you've had it on and on.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, last week I tried calling in, and it was so weird. It was nice being able to listen in, but it was like all these disembodied voices, and I was like, I'm going to sleep. But no, it's good to see you doing better, Steve.
So we would say that she missed Monica's awesome presentation last week, but she didn't miss it.
Yeah, because I got to go watch it on the video. Yay! And same with Steve's. So, yeah, that comes in handy. I really, really like being able to do that for when you're just not up for it and don't want people to see you today.
Absolutely.
Good fun. But yeah. No, that'd be cool to have Jill do that. We've got some really cool, good presentations coming up here soon. So,
Well, let me know when, and I'll put it on my calendar.
Okay.
And then I'll put it together.
You can tell you look like you were drinking out of a liquor bottle.
I am drinking out of a
Yes.
water bottle.
The secret's out.
This is my water bottle. It's way more fun than anything else. Plus, it comes with a cap, so life is good.
Is that really water? Doesn't smell like water.
No, the original liquid was brown. You'd be able to tell.
Sometimes you gotta wind down for these meetings.
Yeah, exactly. It's how I can talk to all you people. Oh, it's horrible.
Jill, we have April 20th available if you'd like that spot.
Hold on. Let me look at my calendar.
How's it going there, Drew?
Hey guys.
Diana, is it midnight over there?
Diana?
It's 10 p.m. Yeah, last week it was still 9 p.m. at this time, so
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you back.
happy to be here.
Okay, Dave, I have it on my calendar.
You got a yes from Jill. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
So
it will force me, because I've been saying I need to write down like a summary. So this will force me to write the summary and send it to my clients.
Yeah.
So it's worth my time rather than my just forwarding my information.
Yeah, we appreciate you. So everybody that didn't hear, Jill just came back from a 3-day long?
Yeah, 3 days. It's the largest social media marketer conference in the United States.
Isn't
And
it
next
kind of like a social media examiner or something?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
And
what I was
next year they're hoping to have 10,000 people at it.
So how much does it, can I ask how much it
Sure.
costs?
It costs $1,500.
Okay.
But next year they're offering what I'm calling a lightweight version, so it doesn't give you access to everything. And I believe that's only going to be $500. But also remember, I have to tell you that this also includes food.
Oh,
So you get
Oh,
breakfast
food.
and lunch, dinner one of the nights. So
that's worth it.
yeah, so when you start to think about the fact that it includes things that you don't consider, having, the hotels right around the convention center are really expensive. And so it's an expensive thing, but I've already, I bought my ticket for next year because I know that it's worth going.
Nice.
So
Thanks, Jill.
Very cool. Hi, Drew. Got everybody joining in. All right. Well, we've got a couple more that should be joining here soon. Okay, there's Bethanne. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and get us all started. It looks like Stephanie already got it. Hi, Bethanne. Huh? I can't hear you in here. Comes in handy being next to Dave so I can yell at him when he muted himself.
Dave's talking, but nobody. Digital laryngitis strikes.
Exactly. We were talking about that.
I was just saying, I think we need to have a contest to see who can beat Stephanie to put their chat in first. Always first.
And it takes me 3 tries to join. What's with you guys? What's your excuse? You have to be like those YouTube commenters first.
That'd be our Stephanie. She's like on it, in here every time. It's beautiful.
And if that gives you any indication as to how she performs for her clients, yep,
Yep. We've had her do some writing. She's great.
yep, very
Thank you.
attentive to detail. All right, so we'll let Stephanie go ahead. What is your 30-second pitch?
Hi, I'm Stephanie O'Brien from Brandon, Manitoba, the great frozen north. And I'm a published novelist. I've self-published 4 books on Amazon's Kindle. I also do comic writing, or comic drawing and graphic design, and I help entrepreneurs to figure out what marketing materials they need and how to take on that learning curve or figure out how to write it for themselves. So if you want to save some time and focus more, get more. Oops, time's up. I really need to write down my pitch so I can just get it consistent. It's one of those things I teach my clients and then forget to do it myself sometimes.
Sounds good. One of these days you're gonna have to see this this comic book or strip or whatever that you've been writing for, because it sounds fun.
Yeah.
But all right, and then we've got Steve.
I'm Steve, head of creative at Evolv Creative. We're a creative agency that does brand design, media, and strategy, and we just kind of help companies really launch their brands.
Very cool. Thank you, Steve, and thanks for joining us and getting better there.
Totally.
All right, got Destiny.
Hey everybody, Coach Destiny here, and I help entrepreneurs and solopreneurs figure out what head trash is stopping them from being successful. And we go in there and I help them, I give them tools so that they can break through and break past it on their own. And I also offer them coaching so that I can help them do it as well. But my big thing is about having them, they have the ability to continue doing it well past the time that they're coaching with me.
Very nice. All right, and Adam. Show us the monkey, Adam.
Sorry, I was muted. I blame Harris.
Obviously.
So I'm Adam with Employer Essentials. We do payroll, staffing, and HR for small and mid-sized businesses. All of that operation suite stuff that feels like a monkey on your back. We take care of that monkey so you have room to think forward about ways to optimize, grow, and leverage tools like AllProWebTools to actually do more than just survive, but to thrive.
Well, thank you, Adam.
Absolutely.
And, cool. And then we've got Stefan.
Hey guys, Stefan Tapia here with Elite Solutions. So what we do, we actually help businesses optimize and streamline costs for credit card payment processing. And then we also provide all of the internet and phone connections for companies. We sell services for pretty much all companies nationwide at wholesale cost, meaning that we quote the same price that you get going direct, same pricing and promos. And we do work with clients nationwide.
Thank you. And I think we lost Bethanne, so we'll grab her when she comes back in. Let's see here. Who else do we have in here? Looks like the next one to chime in is Dave.
Hello, I'm Dave from AllProWebTools. We are an all-in-one toolkit for small business owners. We call it Infusionsoft Lite. It's a little easier to use and with a little easier price point.
Thanks, Dave. And then Jill.
Hi, I'm Jill Wisehart, and I help companies launch their products and companies online. You guys heard me have Rick Raditz talk a couple weeks ago about BizBud, which is one of my primary clients, which has an accountability network, and we pair small business owners up so that they have somebody to talk to every day or every week and help them grow their business.
Very cool. Yeah, that sounds like a really good tool. And then let's see, I haven't seen them chime in from the chat, but Monica?
I did earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did? Sorry.
She missed some of us.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Diana's right above Monica, too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You just screwed us all up.
I did. I apologize. I'm sorry.
We love you because you guys.
She's recovering from being ill for 2 weeks. Come on.
I was telling her how awesome she was because she had a haircut kind of like mine. All she needs to do now is shave one side and she'll be golden.
I think I'll leave that to you, dear. You look lovely, by the way.
So I'm Monica, and I have my own business called Monica Rice, and I help entrepreneurs become authors. There we go. I help entrepreneurs become authors, so that way they can family live their legacy, build their business and their brand by maximizing their time, really, and by writing their book.
Nice. Thank you. All right, and then Diana. Hi, sweetie.
Hello, I'm here. So yeah, I'm Diana, and these days I call myself as an entrepreneur in the making. I'm still trying to figure out in which direction I want to go, and I'm here to be inspired by you guys, so yeah.
Cool, nice to have you. And then we've got Drew.
You're on mute, but I can fix that. All right, try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
You can? All right, good. I'm Drew Shockley with Call to Action Alliance on web design development, specifically focusing on the 5 business passions of business, making sure they shine on websites. Also with Boost Biz Ed, where we're lifting business owners and professionals one small action at a time through our actionable business education workshops that are now almost every Wednesday in Denver and Westminster. You can also catch us on boostbized.com, and we are looking for more speakers, Adam, Destiny, and also those who are interested in starting Boost Biz Ed in their markets.
Very cool. Thank you. And Bethanne lost her connection, but she's trying to call in, so hopefully she'll join us here shortly. But
Maybe
while
we can go ahead and explain what she does.
Yeah, so Bethanne, watch, she'll come on and totally put me to shame for this, but so they have a, I'm drawing a blank, oh my
Barter
goodness,
and Trade
horrible, Barter and Trade Association, where, so she works with that, it's national, a lot of their people are in Colorado, however, and so she helps people be able to trade with businesses within here in Colorado, and then also a lot of her focus is helping people travel and do a lot of the traveling through trade. So it's pretty cool business.
And before everybody yells at me, let's go ahead and do our smiling picture. Because I forget.
Yeah, I got no cat this time.
Aww.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Got it.
Cool, thanks. But yeah, so we got that going on, and then of course all of our meetings are taped, so if anybody misses any of this, they'll be able to pop in and be able to look at the presentation, and especially the mastermind is really, really nice to be able to see and not miss every time.
Definitely suggest that you go back and check out last week. Monica did a great job on our presentation, so you might want to go back and see that.
And everybody was sick, so poor thing, she presented to like, what, 3 people, but she did a rock star job.
Yep.
Coolness. So we got that going on, and then of course we have the chat, so if you would like any of your comments featured in the chat, we actually have been copying the whole thing and putting it in the Facebook group, so yeah, you can be able to review anything that's said there. And without further ado, Dave's actually presenting for us today, so I'll let you take it away, Dave.
All right, I'm gonna start right off by sharing my screen. And we're gonna show you some of the new features in AllProWebTools 4.51, which has yet to be released. If you are already using AllProWebTools, you'll probably see that within the next week. And we've added quite a few things for making email and communications a little better. One of them being the complaint notification. If you send some emails out and somebody marks it as spam, you'll now know who marked it as spam, and so you can contact them, find out what's going on there. The other thing we added, if we go in here into a contact record and we go to send an email to this person, you can now select from your email templates and send those straight from this interface, so you can send a single email out that way. We also have added the ability to send rich text, so you can do bold font. This is my message. And you can center it and do all those things. We didn't have those HTML features before. Also, you can now include your signature with a picture of your face and your name, address, and phone number. And we also have added the ability to attach files to your emails. So you can select the files. And there is no file size limit whatsoever. You know how sometimes you try to send an email with your Google account and it'll say the file's too big because it's like a big video or something? We don't have those limitations. You can send the largest file possible as long as you can upload it to your AllProWebTools account. Any questions on that? This is a total like interrupt me if you have any questions. It's okay. Let's
He's
see.
responsible to
Questions. So is it like a CRM type system then?
Yeah, so AllProWebTools is an all-in-one solution for your small business. It includes your website, so you can edit your website directly from this system. It includes commerce, so you can sell products, whether they're physical or services, or even calendar appointments for massage therapists or chiropractors. And then it does include a CRM. And then it also has an email management system, so you can send out email blasts to your leads and to your customers.
Awesome.
Any other questions?
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the size of the emails that we can send, would the person we are sending it to be limited as far as the size they can receive?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. We've created a new way of doing email. And included in that new way of doing email, you see right here, test 3 was emailed, test 2 was emailed. You know when you have a client who has multiple email addresses, that's like every client, right? And then things get lost because you don't know which email they're coming from. This system, if you add every email that they have, it will automatically know and put them into their CRM record for you. So you can just go here and you can look at every email they've ever sent you.
Awesome.
And are you like Confusionsoft where you charge by how many records you have? Or
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. All of our pricing is for the entire company. It's regardless of how many users you have on the system and regardless of how many contacts you've entered into the system. So you can have as many people as you like logging in, and the price is going to be the same. It starts at $10 for the basic kit, and you can add additional features. There's no long-term contracts. It's all month to month. So if you want to try one feature for a month and you decide you don't like it, you can turn it off and you're not paying anything extra. Any other questions? All right, I will continue. So yeah, you can go down here to emails. And this is the same editor whether you're editing your website or editing an email. So you can go into the email. And so there are templates. You can also load a template if you're using Constant Contact or MailChimp. You can convert that template over. And then if you want to edit the template, it's just like any other editor where you can grab the image, replace it with something else, put some flowers in there. And if it's not big enough, I can make it bigger. And I can change the text, make it bold, save and preview. And here's something that a lot of people like about this is that you can actually see the email addresses of who opened your email. And then you can convert these into a new tag and you can send them a follow-up email. You can do the same thing with the people who actually opened your email. And you can see how many people registered this specific email as spam and how many people unsubscribed from your email. Now, the other thing that's very interesting about having your CRM combined with your commerce system is the fact that they talk to each other. So I can actually tell you the exact dollar amount in sales that was generated as a direct result of this email being sent out.
Do you have click to dial in it?
Yes, we do.
Did you know MailChimp does not have click to dial?
No, I did not know that.
I found that out the hard way this past.
So it integrates with Skype and Google Voice. And if you have a voice over IP system, there's a little code you can plug in that'll make this little phone icon work with your phone on your desk. So you just click it and it dials. Absolutely.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So can you configure campaigns so that if, say, somebody opened an email and clicked to a page but did not purchase something, they can get an email based on the fact that they clicked but did not purchase? Say they clicked to a sales page?
It wouldn't be an automated thing that you would do. You would go into the email, you go to view emails, and you would click on that statistic that shows you the clicks right here. And then you can convert all of those people who clicked into a tag. And then you can send an email to that tag.
Okay, do you think that will be automated anytime in the future?
If you put a suggestion into the forum, I'm sure it will.
Okay. That's one of the really handy things for big, say, webinar campaigns That's one of the things Infusionsoft does right, is having that automation so that people don't have to manually do that, especially during big campaigns where you want to get a bunch of people onto a webinar.
Yep, makes sense.
Corporate espionage.
That
There you go.
actually
You
brings
got your former users of your competition to spy on them for you.
Right. That brings up a good point about how we do support. There's a support button on every page, and there are videos that relate to the page that you're on. And these videos are about 2 minutes long. So if you have any questions in the middle of the night, you can't get help, you can just watch a video and it'll show you how to use that feature. We also do screen shares like this with our clients. So we don't do support over the phone, we do support over a screen share. So you just click that button, you get entered right into a screen share with a tech that'll be able to answer your questions. Any other questions at this time?
Dave, can you go back? Did you say something about it can connect with Constant Contact? You mentioned Constant Contact, but I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, you don't need Constant Contact if you're using our email system.
Okay.
You can copy your Constant Contact templates that you're sending to your customers. You can upload your lists of customers you're sending to, and it's all inclusive in one system.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Another thing I'd like to show you is the Acquire Leads system. If you are looking for business leads, this is a great way. If we go to Acquire Leads, you can take this pin and you can drop it anywhere on the map, and you can type in a type of company that you're looking for, and it will automatically go out to Google and find the nearest business to that pin that relates, and it will pull in their name, address, and phone number. And again, you can click that to call them. You can talk to somebody there, set up an appointment time, and then add notes, and then add it to your pipeline. And then it'll take you right on to the very next record that's next to that pin. And it'll pull up their website if they have one, and it'll pull in their name, address, and phone number, and automatically add that to your CRM. So it's a nice way to add leads.
That's really awesome.
So there's a website right there. So I can look at this website and determine if this is somebody I want to call, and then I can call them and add them to my pipeline. So got about 2 minutes left if there's any other questions. Otherwise, I'll turn it back over to Chantel.
I have a
Show
question.
us what the report looks like?
Okay, I think Monica was first there.
Okay.
Sorry. My question was, okay, so you know when you're on your dashboard and then there's that little square that says how many visitors are they, that come to your site?
Yes.
Okay, so okay, so where's the difference between that and Google Analytics? Because whenever I look at my Google Analytics, the numbers are like 700 to 800, but whenever I see my AllPro, it says like up to 4,000. So which one is right?
Right. So Google doesn't count the same person coming from the same place multiple times. We don't do that either, but Google also will strip out some known spammers or some known robots that are perusing the internet, and we don't discriminate. So we're telling you really more of a true total of how many visits there were to your website, but it's not humans all of the time. It could be viruses crawling around on the internet or whatever. So that's why the discrepancy.
All right, thanks.
And someone like Jill had a question?
Yeah, I want to know, could you show me what a report looks like?
What kind of report would you like to see?
An email, like if you send an email out, what you've done?
Sure. So this is where we put the statistics for that specific email, right here on the side.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
I had a quick question, Dave. On the CRM side of things, is it are they like customizable for like branding purposes, or is it always branded AllProWebTools?
It's always branded to AllProWebTools. We don't offer a white label solution at this time.
I see. Perfect.
I'm going to take this off of screen share view. Okay. Are there any other questions? All right. Thanks for letting me bend your ear.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so Thanks for having that. And then if you guys continue to have any questions or any input, feel free to continue putting it in that chat area. And that's something that, well, since he's running Mastermind, Dave can probably see and then respond to later. But we're going to make Dave's throat all dry today because he presented and now he's going to be running the Mastermind as well. So, Dave.
Hey, welcome to the Mastermind section of our event. Does anybody have any struggles in their business? Anything they want to talk about? Anything they want to rap about with the group? We've had some really cool discussions recently. There's a lot of great combined knowledge in this group. So anything that you're encountering in your business that's a sticking point or you're struggling with, go ahead and throw it out there. Stephanie.
One of my chronic sticking points has been keeping up with my inboxes. I've got 3 of them, and they frequently get away on me. I do my best to get to the high priority ones in a timely manner, but sometimes the low priority ones slip because my whole day is booked with a project, and then an email comes that requires another project. It just overflows. So trying to get to people in a timely manner while still not losing productivity because anyone got some tips for that? I think Adam's talking, but is on mute.
Why you have 3 accounts? Sorry.
One is my personal email.
Can I ask why you have 3?
One's my personal email. One is an email that's kind of a leftover from when I worked in Mom's company, but enough people know it and use it that I keep it. And another is the one that I set up branded to my own business.
I'm the same way, Stephanie. I got 3 emails.
So some of you guys know me. I used to work for a company called the Experience Pros. And anybody who knows them knows Eric Kramer, one of the owners. And if there were ever a human being who is the model of horrible email inbox management, it is Eric. To the point we had an intervention. And one of the most valuable things we did for him was eliminate down to 1 email address, forward everything from the other ones he felt was really, I can't get rid of this email address. And then we set rules and filters. If it meets this, it goes to the inbox. If it meets that, it goes to somewhere that can be read later. But let the automation in the system be your friend and do some of those filters and so some of those sorting tools so that you can kind of decide this one matters. These ones can be read on a Saturday while I'm drinking coffee in the morning.
Email purgatory.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam. And Steve looked like he had a comment as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple different ways where you can kind of manage it. One way I like to do it to kind of stay on top of it is you actually don't answer emails at like all the way through the day. You're actually going to drop your productivity. Like choose specific times of the day that you're going to respond to emails and tell people 24 hours ideally, but if it's 48, okay. Most of those like quick questions usually work themselves out on their own if you don't respond immediately. And it isn't a time suck from you. Alternatively, you can use, I mean, I'm on a Mac, so I'm not sure what system you use, but there's Polymail, there's Spark, there's great inboxes now, including Outlook Mobile, that will actually pre-filter it for you. So for example, it goes straight to my smart inbox of like what's actually important and the other ones just don't even show up. So.
Okay, thank you. I'm subscribing from just about every newsletter I'm on because I've got so many emails that I actually have to act on.
There's
Go ahead.
The ones that are optional, like newsletters.
There's depending on what email system you use, there's a program called, I think it's unroll.me, and you can have it automatically unsubscribe stuff for you, but it also rolls all of your emails into one email every day. So if you have those newsletter things or the ones where you sign up for a freebie and you want the info but you don't want to see the info every single day, you can throw it into that, and then it combines all of those. So like you might have 18 of them, it combines them into one email. So you don't have to touch it, every day, and it's not clogging up your email box.
That's a good idea. I've been on one newsletter from which I've since unsubscribed. I did put a filter on for that. Eventually looked at the box. Holy crap, you guys have been emailing me 1 to 3 times a day?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be marketing experts, you idiots. How to make people unsubscribe.
Right. If you want to filter by just your actual clients, that's part of the new features we've added to AllProWebTools. You can take all 3 of your email addresses and CC them into your AllProWebTools account. And your AllProWebTools account will look through the email and see if it matches one of your customers. And it'll only take the ones that match your clients or customers that are in your CRM. And then that way you can kind of just see just those in your timeline.
Okay, so thanks for the tips, guys. I'm gonna have to look at my inboxes and see how much of this influx is from actual clients, how much is from each type of person, so I can use that to set rules and criteria for how I want to filter things. So thanks for the tips.
Awesome. Any other topics we'd like to cover today? Any other sticking points in your business? What's keeping you up at night?
Apparently everyone's sleeping really well.
How's it been?
I have a comment on an email suggestion. It came from Nancy Gaines, who was our speaker at the last Boost Biz Ed, and she had a good idea that I've started to implement is to create folders. I think she suggested that we create 4 folders, and you can check Boost Biz Ed to hear what she actually said. I created 3, and each one I put an @ symbol at the top, so it comes to the top of my list. Create 1 for action, 1 for review, and 1 for waiting. And her suggestion was, as you get those emails, you can kind of drop them into those folders. If it needs immediate action, you can put it in there. And so later, at a designated time, you can kind of go, this is that folder, and see, okay, I can take action on these things, rather than getting derailed at the moment. The waiting folder is a genius idea, I think, because there are always things that we're waiting for a response, but we forget about it as time goes on. You could drop those kind of emails into the waiting folder or the waiting label, and then go back and see, okay, what do I need to take action on, and not just rely on the other end. So I thought those were some good ideas.
Yeah, I like that. Another way of organizing the chaos that's being thrown at you on a regular basis, right?
It's crazy.
Right.
All right, well, I guess we'll turn it back over to Chantel for the announcements portion.
All right, so, hey, we can see Don actually, oh, he went away. There we go. So, before we launch into the official announcements, let's have Don tell us his 30-second commercial, since he wasn't in earlier.
Am I on?
You are.
Hey, howdy. I'm Don Graham. I'm Hague certified roof inspector here in Denver, Colorado, and I'm the inventor of the Ladder Guardian. It's a ladder safety device that helps save lives and preventing injuries.
Cool. All right, so does anybody have any announcements, anything that's going on with their business, something they want to throw out there? Monica.
Okay, so this next Wednesday, I am hosting a digital workshop called The Author's Blueprint, and inside of this workshop, you'll get a 29-page workbook downloadable, so you can just print it off, and then you'll, if you come live, you can show up live, and that way you will be able to really write your book in like a 2 to 2.5 hour setting. And if you can't come live, you will get the recording and with the digital workbook, and you can watch that for life, and you can go back and look at different sections and work through the workbook on different areas that you're doing in your book. So if you want a quick way to get your book done and written, this is one of the quick ways. So I will put that in the chat on where you can find more information.
Thank you. And then I see Destiny.
So I've got 2 announcements. One is that Coach Sean and I are running our Business Accelerator program, which we meet once a month to help businesses build. And this coming month, April 27th, we're doing a class on how to get more leads in your business. So I'll put the link to that in the chat in just a sec. And then the other thing that I wanted to announce is April's my birthday month, so I figured I would give everybody a gift. So I'm doing a limited number of 90-minute complimentary sessions with me. So if you'd like to jump on that before I actually make the announcement in April, I will put the link in the chat for that as well. Or if you know anybody else that does, feel free to pass it on to them too.
Cool. Always good to spend time with Destiny, right? All right, Adam.
Well, I'm part of the Denver Metro Chamber of Commerce, and they're celebrating their 150th anniversary on April 11th. And they're doing an event down at the library right there in the middle of downtown. I have a visitor or a guest ticket still available. So if somebody would be interested in coming as my guest, it is from 5:30 to 7:30 down on the main Denver Public Library downtown.
Now, Adam, what about the opening day that you're doing? Is that still going on?
Yes, April 7th, we're going to have a corner of Mile High Spirits, trying to kind of gather a group of us. We're not going to the game, but that is opening day here in Colorado for the Rockies. So we're going to celebrate anytime after 11 o'clock in the morning if you want to come down and tip a few and take a shot every time another first pitch goes off. We'll see if we can walk home by 2 o'clock.
Awesome.
Sounds like an Adam gathering.
I know that Don was interested in that. Don got
Absolutely.
all
Yeah,
about that.
Don, I don't have tickets, like I said, but we can go sit at the bar up the street.
Where are you meeting at?
Mile High Spirits. It's down on Blake, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see if I can stop in.
And I don't have a formal invite for it. It's a very informal event.
Drew?
And one moment, Jill, can I get the name of that event you attended?
Sure, it was the Social Media Marketer World Conference.
Wow, that's quite a name. All right, thank you.
No, it's SMMW17 is the abbreviation.
Okay.
How's that?
I always love the alphabet soup we always end up with in life, right? All right, did I see Drew?
Yes, our next Boost Biz Ed event is next Wednesday, April 5th. Anastasia Button will be on our stage. I think a number of you know her. She is an expert on just how millennials are changing things and how all businesses need to be prepared, both in how they hire and also how they attract new business. Millennials are an awesome generation and they just think a bit differently. So you can catch us at 9:30 on Wednesday morning at Spaces Workspace. It's just a block from our old location at Thrive. And yeah, you can go to loosebized.com. And if you can't be there in person, if you're in France maybe, or Spain actually, you could go to Facebook Live and catch us there, because thanks to Anthony Pritchard, we're catching it live, and so you can watch it there or catch it later on YouTube. So
I was hoping you were going to start doing that. That's cool.
And is there anybody here that you have not yet had a one-on-one with? Anybody here that you haven't had a personal discussion with to learn more about what they do? I know just about everybody here, and this is a good quality group. You know, I got to know Steve a while ago, and his eye for design and marketing, incredible. You should talk to him. Monica, very passionate about writing. You should talk to her. Stephanie does a great job. We've actually used her ourselves. You should talk to her.
Thank you.
Coach Destiny will kick your butt. You should talk to her.
With love.
Stefan, if you're having problems with credit card processing, which some people are, might want to talk to him. So I encourage you to get into chat and set some appointments with people. You don't have to drive across town or across the nation or fly to Spain to meet with them. You can do it right here with virtual, with the technology that we have available to us. We got to use it, right?
Although now I totally want to drive to Spain and meet with them.
Yeah, totally.
That sounds like a really good excuse.
One of those new amphibious cars.
Yeah, fly.
Whenever I travel, I like to visit the local restaurants. What would you recommend to me, Diana, if I was to come? What would be your restaurant? You're like, Dave, you've got to check this out.
Jamon.
What is it?
It's actually a pig's leg.
Okay.
Is it dono? Oh, no,
And you cut it in very thin slices, and it's delicious. I mean, it's like tapas. You eat it, you have some wine, some olives, and that's enough. You don't need more.
I'm ready.
You can die happy afterwards.
Awesome.
Delicious.
Drew, Destiny has a question for you in chat, so look down. Cool, but we got that going on, so great announcements there. And then for our group announcement, of course, we're meeting next week, but we have a really, really cool speaker. His name is Alan Gordon, and he's done, he wrote the Big Book of Sales and has, oh, Dave's ready to go. Okay, there we go.
Yes, we have quite a lineup for April. I highly suggest making space in your calendar. Alan Gordon from the Big Book of Sales, he's had over 500,000 views on his YouTube video about how to motivate your sales team and how to actually get through those sticking points in the sales process. He's going to be here, and he's going to be talking to us about some of the strategies and allowing you to ask him questions. It's going to be awesome. We're probably going to go ahead and just combine the mastermind with the presentation segment so we can get as much great value out of him as possible. And then after that, next week, we get to pick the brain of an attorney at no charge. How's that sound? So this will be somebody who's a professional in business law. So they're helpful with writing contracts and how to deal with disputes with clients and things like that. So definitely you're going to want to be here for that one. And then the following week, we're going to have Jill discuss all the great, incredible, cutting-edge knowledge that she just acquired at Social Media Marketer World Conference. And then the following week, the last week of April, we have invited Hugh Little, who is another sales genius, who will be doing the same thing. So sales is the lifeblood of all business. Businesses can't survive without sales. So we wanted to bring really big value to you so that you can get the knowledge that you need to grow your business.
So who's excited about that?
Me.
I'm looking forward to it. That's awesome.
Nobody else needs to go. As long as I'm there, I'm happy.
Dave, see, this is actually for Dave, right?
Yes. You can come, though. You can come.
Yes, we'd love to have you.
That is another point. We are going to be limited on how many people can attend. So you're going to want to get in early on those days because the meeting will get capped out. And if you try to join too late, you're just not going to be able to get in. But if you do have some friends or somebody you want to share that link with, make sure they sign up on allprowebtools.com/virtual so that they can get on the list for the invitation.
And
Great.
Dave,
Awesome.
does it get capped at 20 people? Is it 20 is the cap?
I think it's 25.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think the max we've ever had in this group was like 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
So if everybody we know attends, then that'll max it out right there.
Okay.
So get in early.
Hopefully Zoom will let me, in less than the third or fourth try.
Yeah, your internet connection is just a little bit choppy today, Stephanie. Just thought I'd let you know. Usually it isn't.
Thanks for letting me know. Well, the third tries the charm thing seems to be pretty consistent. First two times Zoom is not responding.
Huh.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
Huh.
Adam, did you have a comment?
Jill, just please send me your email and business name.
Oh, sorry.
All good. Waiting to get registered for you, or you're registered.
Oh, yeah, you'd be a good coach to work with.
Guess what time it is? It's 2:45. That was 45 minutes of business networking. And now you can drive all the way back to your desk and get back to work.
And
Or you can
enjoy.
hang out with us. We're going to leave the
Yeah.
the chat room open and we can hang out. But that's it for the official part of the networking. Thanks so much for joining us and for supporting this group. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks for
Chantal, I'll
hosting
see you
me.
next Tuesday.
Right, that's
Yeah.
That's right. We get
Well,
left.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, Jill, I am currently getting you registered.
Oh, great. Now that sounds really good.
Make sure it
And
goes
I'm also
through.
looking for conferences to go to this year. Like right now, I really want to go to Blog Hole conference in Orlando, Florida in June.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're doing it in June. June is, it's
Because
going
it's
on like,
cheap. Because it's cheap. I've been to
Oh.
Blog Her when it was in California, and it's very good.
okay, I want to go because it looks so good. So now I'm trying to figure out my finances. But if there's any other conferences you're going to, I would like to know just so I can figure out.
In Denver, there is a conference in June. I think it's June. It's Digital Marketing Summit. And Seth Gordon is going to be talking at it, and tickets are half price until tomorrow.
Digital
Marketing. I'll send you the link to it.
Okay.
Jill,
Yep.
Because I'm trying
wealth
to
of
find.
knowledge.
Now I'm a seminar junkie. What can
Every
I say?
time I talk to Jill, she knows what's going on.
I was trying to find stuff that was happening in Denver, so I didn't have to, travel out of state, and
Yeah.
but I couldn't find anything, and I'm like, "What the heck, man?"
Yeah, this is a really, really good conference, and it has some really great speakers. So it is well worth, and especially if you can get it at a discounted price,
Yeah.
it is really, really worth it. I went to Blog Her once. It's really good, but it didn't give me enough to want to go back. If I'm not going to get either new information or be able to use it directly in a business, it was a lot more networking, which maybe would be helpful for you. But for me, it was not enough knowledge. The information that they had wasn't as new.
And you said you went how many years ago?
I went to the first year, so that was probably 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to go and check it out. I've never been to Orlando, and so I'm just like, I'll go. Yeah, so I want to save up and go to it and kind of experience what that could be like.
I have friends who have been to that. It's gone to different cities and done different things. But yeah, I know a lot about seminars just because of my clientele base. So, but I will send you the link so you have it.
Yeah, thanks. Because I like I said, I am looking for conferences around Denver. I just couldn't find any good ones, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, I know there's stuff happening. I don't know.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of people who will do seminars in Denver, believe it or not. It doesn't pull well. I'm not sure. My husband used to do a seminar here in town, and for some reason, people don't register until the last minute. So if you're a promoter, it's really, really hard to get people to come here. And so he did one 2 or 3 years in a row and then stopped. And a lot of promoters don't come here for that reason. So it's unfortunate, but it's just the Colorado mentality of, oh, it will still be there. We'll wait. And then it's hard to plan an event that way.
Did they try to do the early bird and stuff? And it's didn't really work?
Yep.
So Adam just put in a suggestion for an event within the chat. And then Dawn, yeah, how is that voting thing going? Are you getting lots of votes?
Right now, I've got 670 some votes right now. The goal is to reach 1,000. I think if we reach 1,000, we have a really good shot. So I thank you for everyone who has helped me out. That's been great.
That's very cool. Are you on shelves yet? Officially, or your product? Are you on shelves? The last time I saw you in person, you had a box and you were trying to figure out how to make it.
Boxes are being printed right now. We should get them in the next week or two, and we'll be ready for shelves shortly after that.
That's really fun to see.
I voted.
Well, it's for a $25,000 grant, by the way. The voting is. This would help me pay the bill for the boxes.
Nice.
That would be a good thing. What event did you post, Adam?
It's called the Opportunity Coalition. They meet once a month, And a couple of the ones coming up are looking pretty interesting. So they bring in folks to talk about what happened when things went wrong and what they did to get through it. And one of the upcoming speakers, the one for May, is Pete Coors. The one for June is Joe Ellis of the Broncos. So they had Tim Clark, who was the head of the Downtown Denver Partnership for years, come in, and he talked about what happened when the Rockies almost didn't get awarded to Denver because one of the guys in the financial team was kind of a charlatan.
Oops.
And how do you get through something that seems almost crippling? And they talked about it from that standpoint of, when things went wrong, what did they do to get through it? And it's really pretty cool. And so it's $20 to go. There's different speakers each month. And it's just once a month kind of thing. But it's bringing in some really impressive caliber folks as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
So Monica, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all.
Monica, I just put in the chat the link to the digital summit. So
Thank you. Yeah, I'm on the website now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good chat to review. There's so many different links and different things going on. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing it all unrolled and on Facebook, because it's hard to see everything that's going on when it's sliding by like one little comment at a time.
So Steve, you moved to Colorado and immediately got sick.
Welcome
Yes.
to Colorado.
Honestly, like the first thing I did was I got an entire box of echinacea tea and local honey and was just like 4 or 5 cups a day. And literally within 2 days, I was fine.
Speaking
awesome.
of tea and Boulder, you've got to go through the Celestial Seasonings tour.
I literally live about 2 blocks from it. Yeah.
That's fun. I've done that a few times.
It's really, really cool. I agree.
Yeah, I definitely.
And they also have they also have sales on teas that you won't ever get in the store.
Yep.
So if you go into the gift shop, they'll have teas that are like test teas that never made it, that are really good.
Good to know. Definitely. Yeah, I drive by it every time I go home. So.
Nice.
So I imagine you haven't done much to get out and get new clients in this area yet.
I've had a few, a lot that are back from California, but we're working on a few that are out here right now. We're in talks with them, kind of the beginning process. But yeah, I mean, mainly just still adjusting, and yeah, just getting the lay of the land. So.
All right. Well, let's stay in touch because, Adam is a good guy to tag along with because he goes to a lot of networking stuff, and Chantel and I go to networking things in the Denver area. So next time we head out, we'll see if we can swing by and pick you up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, I'd be down for it. Totally.
Cool.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Steve, let me know when if you can make it to the baseball thing as well. We'd love to catch up in person.
I'm like 95% sure I can. The only thing that would mess it up, I have some family visiting possibly on the 4th, but I don't know if they're going to leave by the 7th or if they're going to stay through the 7th. So that's the only thing that would hinder it. But other than that, yeah, totally down.
Bring them along.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Adam, I haven't heard of that watering hole. Where about is it?
Let me look on my calendar what we had put in here. Give me a second here.
I'm going to hop on off, but y'all have a fantastic day, and thank you, Jill, for that, the digital marketing summit thing.
See you later, Monica.
Thanks for doing it.
Next week. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
See you, Monica.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don, it's at 2201 Lawrence Street. Mile High Spirits Distillery and Tasting Bar.
Okay. Well, Tammy is having a get-together I think it's starting at the Breckenridge.
No, okay.
Or somewhere. What's the one across the street from the Breckenridge? It's not the Breckenridge. The one across the street from there is Blake Street Tavern.
Okay, yeah.
So I think she's starting off there, but she's going to be having a group of people there too. Anyway, we'll find you.
Yeah. I figure it's a good day to be downtown acting irresponsible and yelling things that involve baseball terms. That way I sound like there's a reason.
So that being said, I was able to go to spring training last Friday when they played San Francisco down in Scottsdale. And I'm sitting there talking to a guy that I've known for years, and we always usually go down there once a year. Anyway, standing 5 feet from me is a person that I've talked to about my product, and she's helped me along, and she's standing right there. What are the chances that she's standing right there at the baseball game within talking distance? I mean, it was almost like it was meant to be. It was really
Nice.
good. We had a good experience.
Well, I'll be cheering for the Cubs, not the Rockies, but it's all the same. It's baseball.
Cool stuff.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop off.
right.
Yeah, I gotta get going.
No, yes,
Drew, I got your
Meeting
and
at
Jill.
3.
Bye.
Thanks
Jill,
for
you
hanging
should
out.
get an email, and Drew, you will as well with the info on that event for the Denver Chamber. I went ahead and
Thank you.
registered you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Bye.
All
Have a
right,
good
thanks,
weekend.
Adam.
See you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Absolutely.